in the final the year before. His last championship here 10 years ago, 2008.
I'm not sure if that's a semi-tank or he just tried to take Federer's first serve off the half volley and come in behind it. So there's the backhand problem that we saw from Roger resurfacing right away, and that is proof that he's a little nervous that he shanked that backhand right off the bat. He knows this is going to be a difficult day.
And he's got to deal with Kyrgios hitting out of the shadows. But that forehand down the line gets things done for 30-15. An ace at 115 miles per hour.
Roger's aces, which he does have quite a few in most of his matches, are all because of disguise and placement. He's so accurate with that serve. It's not top line pace. And there's another example of the sort of racket work that Kyrgios possesses. He has a two-handed backhand, but he decided that time I'm going to hit a one-handed backhand down the line, and he hit it beautifully.
And Federer with the hold. Well, you can say, well, with his wife Mirka looking on, say both of these two masters of disguise. Players say Roger Federer doesn't give you the same ball twice. You can't really get into much of a rhythm against him. And you certainly don't know what's coming from Nick Kyrgios.
You certainly do not. He's known to serve 134-mile-an-hour second serves at different times. The first point worried me a little because it looked like, uh-oh, he's not wanting to play today. But the rest of the game was fine, and this service game should give us an idea.
15. Federer is such a supreme professional. Look at that one at 136. Hard to compare his approach to virtually any other player. But when you're playing a guy like Kyrgios, where you really don't know what's coming your way on any shot for a variety of reasons, how difficult is your job on the other side of the net?
Federer is the guy that is normally in control of his opponents, of the point, of the court. He's the guy that's attacking and being forward. He can't really do that against Kyrgios. He's reacting quite a bit because of the power Kyrgios brings. And that's got to be uncomfortable for Federer because it's not something that he's been accustomed to throughout his career.
Kyrgios won the first meeting between these two, 2015. It was on clay at the Masters 1000 event in Madrid.
That's a little different clay than the rest of the season because Madrid has some altitude. So big servers tend to do well in Madrid and not always everywhere else on the clay.
They met again. Masters 1000 in Miami, the event I was speaking about that got pretty contentious. All three sets decided in a tie break. Federer winning that one 2-1, and then Stuttgart on grass this year, semifinal matchup, and Federer winning that one. in 3 sets.
Always a tie break in the final set in each of their matches. So strap in.
Yes.
Although these two will play, if this was a Nadal match, that's a guaranteed 5 hours. This match could be 3 hours and 15 minutes and be a tie break in the 5th. These two both get to work in a hurry.
Third ace for Federer.
They both hold serve quickly when they're holding. You're not going to have that many deuce-add games.
Well, both players near perfect on serve to get things started in this 3rd round matchup.
15.
Kyrgios getting right back to work. He stepped aside in between aces there for a short break.
He's actually only made 2 first serves. They're
30.
But Federer is normally a guy, just to give you an idea of how great Kyrgios' serve is, he's a guy that makes returns. He's not been easy to ace throughout his career. And when he gets his racket on, he puts it in play. That was a change in motion from Kyrgios. He actually did a completely different serve, a little strange move in the back that he doesn't normally have, and still hit, you know, he lost a couple 10 miles an hour. He's only 125 because of it.
39-second hold. So they are indeed working quickly. Backhand long. Roger 16-1 in 3rd round matches here at the Open. His only loss was in his debut here to Carlos Ferreira. Been perfect since. Kids are on hand for this one.
This is exactly what I was worried about when I told you I think Kyrgios is going to win this match because of the level that Federer's been bringing. He's won all 9 of his first serve points, but he's 0 for 4 when he misses his first serve. Federer, he served at a pretty nice clip to this point.
30.
And that continues. His first serve is making some inroads, but outside of that, he hasn't really made many shots.
Let's process.
Federer's not known for serving you off the court. Yes, he has a great serve, but normally you're in the points. Right now, Federer's only way of winning points has been first serve.
Errors early on. An ace if it stands. Kyrgios with the challenge. Let's have a look at our chase review.
I think they called it out, and it's Federer who's challenged.
Okay.
I think. Wow.
Advantage Federer.
By the narrowest of margins. He's got the game point.
Game Federer.
And he holds 11 minutes to play 5 games. They're moving quickly here at Ashe.
Federer leads by 3 games to 2. First set.
For this match,
15 love.
that serve to get started. Both serving at a superior level. Federer got a second chance off the tape and took advantage.
It's one of the first returns of serve that I remember Federer getting in. And he played a nice point from that point on. He was going to get to that ball regardless.
30-15.
Kyrgios has won all 4 of his second serve points.
And I don't think Federer's made a return in those points. Just the kick serve is causing Federer problems. Kick serve to the backhand. Normally Federer's so reliable with that slice.
Game Kyrgios.
And Kyrgios holds as he's won 12 of 13 points on his serve to get started here with 3-all. Federer unable to find the range on that backhand. Now 7 unforced errors.
0 for 6 on second serve points for Federer. He has not really won more than 1 or 2 rallies in this match to this point. All of his points have been big first serves.
That's another backhand. There's the update. Perfect on one side, wanting on the other.
Great return. That's one of the reasons why I feel Kyrgios, when he's playing at his best, is one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world. Is that his serve is massive, as we've seen, and he also, his return is very aggressive, and he makes a ton of returns.
Big trouble for Federer here. Triple break point.
15,
Gets one back.
Well, that second serve streak has got to end now for Federer if he wants to not drop serve.
2 break points down.
And one of the first rallies that Federer was actually able to win. Kyrgios couldn't find Federer's backhand in that point. Backhand, as you mentioned, Rick, has been abysmal to this point for Federer.
Wow. Kyrgios stepping in, ready to unleash the backhand, but misses, and Federer is able to wipe out 3 break points.
A couple of strange backhands from Kyrgios. Normally it's a very reliable stroke for him. He doesn't make a ton of errors with the backhand.
Federer missing long. Shakes his head at that. Another chance for Kyrgios. And a series of quick holds.
Ivan Lubicic on the right, Severin Luthi, 2 coaches for Federer.
Been able to rise to the occasion. Backhand was true on that point for Federer. Now he's got a game point.
That was the best rally, and maybe now all of a sudden that 17-shot rally, maybe Federer has found a little rhythm from the back of the court. That was an important point for him. And Kyrgios, in the middle of that point, hit a fake drop shot. Tried to make Roger think it was a drop shot, and then flicked it deep. It didn't really work. That's what I've seen him do so often, Kyrgios. Looked a little different than the return when he had break point. Same serve, but a much stronger response that time.
They're able to step into the court. Longest game of the match thus far. Kyrgios has had 4 break points. Pretty good shot making in this game.
I mean, he feels when you watch Kyrgios, he can do whatever he wants at different times.
Let's versus. Advantage Federer.
One more chance for Federer to finish this off.
Mr. Federer is challenging the ball on the service line. The ball's got out.
He felt that was in. Have a look at the chase review. Just long.
Juice.
That seems like a play right now that you can use on Federer all day if you're Kyrgios. Out wide to the forehand, and then any shot you want approach to the backhand. Federer's backhand is not confident right now. I know he had one nice rally, but you feel even extra pressure when someone is coming in on that side. And backhand that time, it wasn't a difficult pass. Still a miss from Federer.
Saw that second serve points numbers, and 1 points in 3 of his last 4. Coming up with a big first serve there out wide. This game duration almost, well, now reaching 8 minutes. Keep in mind they played the first 5 games in 11 minutes.
Federer's feeling the pressure on his second serve a little bit, so tried to pump it up a little bit more than he normally does at 109-mile-an-hour second serve and clip the tape. The game continues.
Advantage Federer.
Sets up another opportunity to get to 4-3.
Pretty good 1-2 punch. Again, it was the serve really that set up this simple forehand.
And a miss on the return, and Federer does emerge with a hold for 4-3.
Federer leads by 4 games to 3 in the first set.
Well, a 7th game of about 9 minutes. Quite an exchange between these two. We remain on serve. And Kyrgios has been holding serve at less than a minute.
15 left.
This was going to be an interesting game to me to see how Kyrgios handled the fact that he had love 40 and they played an 11-minute game or whatever that was, and he was the one who didn't get it done. How it would affect his service game. First point is any indication it didn't affect him much.
Biggest serve so far at 138 miles per hour. Federer had room.
He did, but even that shot Kyrgios hit, that was a very difficult pickup. Federer's ball had a ton of junk on it, and it was right at his toes. And he was able to hit it reasonably deep and reasonably hard to make it not that simple for Federer.
5th ace. Down the tee at 131. Missing at 140.
Again, Kyrgios.
Easy hold for Kyrgios.
4 games all, first set.
Kyrgios has gotten 10 first serves in. 5 of them have been aces. Half of his first serves when he just gets them in are aces, just to give you an idea. And the only point he's lost on his serve, he's only lost 1 still to this point, was a first serve point.
Beautifully executed by Federer.
Wow, he's hitting that serve remarkably well, Federer. That short in the box on the ad court for a righty. It's not easy to hit that spot. if you're not hitting a kick. Obviously, if you're hitting a kick, you can.
49.
Did Roger try to hit Kyrgios in the air and he saw him coming in? Because I've never seen him miss a serve by that distance.
Well, Roger comes in for the easy put away. And a hold at love. He leads 5-4 here in this opening set.
Federer leads by 5 games to 4 first set.
Kyrgios set to resume play.
Well, this will be an interesting game now for Kyrgios, as he's never been behind on his serve. He's only lost 1 point. That's the second point he's lost on his serve, and he's serving to stay in the set. Sometimes when you've held serve so easily and all of a sudden you're in a little bit of a tough game, you can get tight. Good point from both guys that time. Federer had Kyrgios in a little bit of trouble, and I never like being the guy going down the line when my opponent's going cross court, because you're doing a lot more running when you're the down the line guy, and that was the case in that rally for Kyrgios, but Federer finally gave him an error. He needs a couple first serves in this game, Kyrgios.
Kyrgios taking a little more time. Now facing some heat on that serve. We're 2 points away from the set.
That's got to be frustrating for Federer, because he doesn't miss that chip return that often. He's missing it a lot today, and that doesn't count as an unforced error, but for him it kind of is.
And a tumbling Kyrgios is looking at a break point.
Good serve, good approach, but a great passing shot, and then Kyrgios, I don't think, had to dive, but he wanted you to know that he's trying very, very hard.
A little bit dangerous there. Set point for Federer. Almost got that wrist trapped under his body as he fell. Crowd sensing the importance of this second serve.
That was pretty big. That was 121-mile-an-hour second serve, down set point, and then laced a forehand winner.
Let's for service.
Clears the net by about half a meter.
Kyrgios feels as though that cleared the net by half a meter, so quite a lot.
Sensor went off. That's the final judgment.
Advantage Federer.
Big moment. Second set point for Federer as Kyrgios unnerved a little bit by the let call. Razor thin difference between the two in this first set. What a return by Federer under pressure, gets it done once again. He breaks Kyrgios to take the first set 6-4 as he made that winning return for set point, and he serves to begin the second set. A couple of rallies midway through the first set seemed to settle down Federer a little bit from a ton of early errors.
No question. He's still susceptible, however, to being pressured to the backhand. So you go forehand first and then make him, either you hit a big ground stroke, make him run to the backhand side. If he tries to come over it, he has had a little trouble controlling that.
15 all.
Well, interesting to watch just how Kyrgios goes from here, because he was the first one who blinked in that first set. And he's still talking to himself.
Correction, 14-15.
Overruled by Kiathavong in the chair.
That's the serve that Federer's hit better today than he's always got a great serve, but today it's been amazing how consistent he's hitting that line.
40-13.
That forehand came back at Federer at such speed.
Federer rarely seems rushed, and he was rushed on that ball because Kyrgios absolutely shellacked the forehand.
Again,
Federer consolidates the break and gets things started here in set number 2.
This is now a fairly important game for Kyrgios because he's yelling at his box. He's a little bit unhappy. For Federer, you want to step on it right here, try to get the break and break his spirit a little bit.
Appeared to be the subject of the rant was something about the serve.
Yeah, it was. Why do you always tell me make first serves? You always, obviously you're not supposed to say that either. That's coaching. But obviously his coach said it, and he said, I know, I'm trying to make first serves. You don't have to tell me that. Give me something else.
While standing upright, drops that one over the net. Federer no chance for it.
Stan Smith, 1971 or 2 champion. I'm starting to get hazy in my old age. What year exactly?
great players of all time.
Had the greatest shoe deal in history, Stan Smith.
Really?
Yes. Manuel Santana, Wimbledon champion from Spain. Stan's still getting royalties from the Stan Smith Adidas shoe today, as we speak. He hasn't played in 40 years.
30 all.
First double fault. Kyrgios a bit distracted. 30 all.
It's an important next 2 points or 3 points for Kyrgios. It could go south in a hurry for him.
Unable to reach that one. Federer another break point.
That was brilliant stuff from Federer. It was a great return off a good serve, and then this drop shot. You see how late Kyrgios recognized it was a drop shot, because look at how he swings. Most people don't have racket head speed on a drop shot.
Game Federer.
And Federer breaking Kyrgios early in this second set for a 2-love lead.
Federer leads by 2 games to love, second set.
And still, Kyrgios venting toward his player's box.
Well, he said, look, I made a first serve. Didn't do me any good, so give me a different strategy. How about take a step back on first serve return if you're Kyrgios, get your racket on a few more, as Federer's really hitting his spots so far. Give yourself a chance to make some returns.
First time he's missed that spot to the ad court. Just missing
15.
there. Able to pick his spot on the forehand side.
Yeah, good ball. Good 1-2 punch, really, that set up this final winner. Serve out wide, good forehand down the line. It's one of the first times I've seen him rope the backhand today. Well, he's done it maybe 2 or 3 times. He normally can hit that shot. It's one of those shots that mere mortals don't really have. Is flat, hard, and angled. That combination is not easy.
Came at a big time for him.
If there was ever going to be a game where Kyrgios could break back, it would be this game. Federer's given him a whole host of second serves to work with.
Game Federer.
Wow. And Federer surprising Kyrgios with a drop shot for the hold. Up a set, 3-love.
Federer leads by 3 games to love, second set. and by 1 set to love.
Kyrgios able to talk at close range with his support group. As he serves, looking to get on the board in the second serve, or in the second set. He's lost all sorts of momentum in this match.
Federer's starting to feel it. He's looking more and more like Roger Federer as this match wears on, as he was shaky to start. And Kyrgios didn't take advantage. He had that love 40 game, would have gotten him up a break. Federer wasn't making returns.
Love 13.
The shot making from Federer's side of the net is reaching the level of brilliance. He made the point early in the match. At that juncture, Federer was not in control of the points. Even though they were exchanging holds, the ball in play, he wasn't in control. He's certainly in control right now.
All of a sudden, he's up the level to a place where Kyrgios can't go, and because he's not going to get there, he's going to start doing things that are ill-advised. That drop shot's an example.
Great points for Federer.
He's still yelling about his coach, and all they tell him is hit your first serve in. It did work that time, Nick.
Cannot make the drop shot, still shaking his head, has his service broken again. Federer in full control now, up a set 4-love.
Second set.
It's a one-way conversation.
Thank you.
I mean, if I'm sitting in the box getting abused like that, I think I throw out a get your first serve in again, just to see what happens.
I think I'd go for a beverage.
Yeah, that would be the smarter play. Well, Federer, to me, coming into this match, he didn't look sharp. He didn't look sharp to start. But he's been awfully sharp the last 15 minutes or so. Just hitting ridiculous shots, really. Drop shots that are high risk but perfectly executed. Passing shots, even with the backhand, that has been a bit of a weakness.
15-13.
Supersonic forehand gets a point for Kyrgios. And he hits a winner, coming a long way to do it.
Kyrgios has picked the pace up in this game. A couple of, as you said, supersonic forehands, and then tried the drop shot because he had Federer push back. Federer at 37, still moving beautifully.
40-13.
Wins the point at net again, turns things around. Game point for 5-love.
Game Federer.
In dominant form in this second set is the number 2 seed Roger Federer.
Federer leads by 5 games to love, second set, and by 1 set to love. 15 love.
There are shots you don't see from any other players, and that was one of them from Kyrgios. He hit a behind the service line off of a lowish ball, swinging topspin forehand volley, and he pulled it off.
You're sure the instruction didn't come from his coaching box?
Yeah, I don't think it did. They only apparently tell him one thing: get your first serve in. That shot has
15
absolutely flummoxed Kyrgios to this point. He just doesn't see it coming, and I can understand why. That looks like a slice. He takes a full backswing on a drop shot. You don't normally take the racket back that far and swing that fast. No, I haven't seen Federer that far back on a return to serve in years. Moved 20 feet behind the baseline and hit a nice high heavy ball to the backhand. Elicited the air. 9th one for Kyrgios.
Kyrgios tried to outfox Roger Federer, but he had the last word. And a couple of set points.
Federer knew the drop shot was coming. He was able to track it down pretty comfortably.
34.
That was almost around the post.
Almost.
I know you players enjoy being able to make that shot.
Juice.
It's a tough one to defend when you're the opponent.
Advantage Kyrgios.
Kyrgios fighting off a couple of set points, a chance to get a single digit on for this second set.
Kyrgios.
And he does so
New ball
with his 8th ace of the match.
Federer leads by 5 games to 1. Second
The
set.
match was on serve, cruising along at a near record pace, and then Kyrgios blinked on serve at the end of the first set. Federer the break, took the first set, has not looked back since.
Wow. Great return. Beautiful stab volley from Federer, and then Kyrgios, for no reason, tries a one-handed backhand rather than two, and once again makes the pass.
Federer also has 8 aces. Untouchable has that serve been for Federer
on a kick serve. I know it was a kick serve first serve, but I just that is amazingly nasty. That spot he keeps hitting.
Game the second sets. Federer.
And he captures set number 2. 6-4, 6-1. Roger Federer in full control here on Ash.
Third set. Kyrgios to serve.
Kyrgios gets the opportunity to have the first say in this third set. And it's so critical. It's a big game because if he stumbles here down 2 sets, we've seen him lose focus from what was a brilliant start.
Kyrgios's backhand hasn't been as good as it often is in this match. A couple of errors at crucial times as well. He missed 2 backhands when he had love 40 to break serve in that first set. And that game turned into a very pivotal game, obviously. Changed the whole complexion.
He was broken to end the first set. Serve broken twice in the second. Couple of chances to hold to start the third. Kyrgios gets it done to get us started here in this third set. Let's see if he can regain the focus. He was talking to himself, talking to members of his team over in the box throughout that second set, and it got him nowhere.
Not being very sweet to the people in his on his team, and I think he's finally put that behind him. He donated the second set to get rid of the anger. I expect him to play a better set here. I'll be a little surprised if this isn't a very tight set.
Aces.
If you're Kyrgios at this point, give him a different look on first serve return. Stand in a different place. He's right up on the baseline and he's not able to react. Maybe he wouldn't get to those serves anyway because they are pretty accurate.
Kyrgios a challenge. Case review tells us it's on the line.
Let's Game Federer.
And Federer an easy hold for 1-all. So Kyrgios in and out with effort.
Mr. Kyrgios has 2 challenges remaining.
Quite often in his matches, and sometimes he can count on being able to turn up the volume a little bit, being able to get back in the match. But in this case, the opponent's Roger Federer, who has found a pretty good comfort level in this match.
Yeah, it's a little more difficult to go in and out of matches against these all-time greats.
Well, on serve, he's finding the rhythm again. A couple of aces for 10 on total for him.
30-15.
This has a little more first set feel to
Yes.
this point through the first couple of games. All of a sudden, Kyrgios' serve is causing problems. Kyrgios' touch is normally awesome, and that hasn't been great today either. That was an example. I mean, point-blank range, close to the net with a drop shot, and he hit it a foot in front of the service line. So it was an easy sitter for Federer. Again, wide drop shot there when you haven't hit a good one today. This becomes an important moment now for Kyrgios.
Advantage Kyrgios.
Seems like he could do that so often if he would just play every point to the best of his ability.
Let's for service. Game, Kyrgios.
A wicked serve at 130. Is able to close out the game. On serve, Kyrgios 2-1 in the third. And Roger Federer will try to keep pace here in the third set. He's got 2 sets in his pocket. And he's been in fine form since the early going. High quality stuff on that exchange.
That was ridiculous, but that's what that was. I mean, Kyrgios taking the ball right off the ground, crushing it, and Federer able to handle the pace and eventually hit that backhand pass. The backhand problems we were talking about early in this match seem to have gone away for Federer.
Slider off the sideline for 40 love.
Game, Federer.
Very quick hold for Roger.
2 games on, third set.
His level has not dipped at all, even though Kyrgios has found his focus a little bit more. USOpenshop.org is the official shop for 2018 US Open merchandise with tees, caps, towels, outerwear. All at USOpenshop.org.
It's interesting to me now, and as this match is wore on, it feels like Kyrgios needs to win the point with just his serve. Once it's in play, he's in a little bit of trouble, whereas in the first set, early in the first set at least, Kyrgios was the one who felt as though if he just got a few returns in, he would have broken the serve.
Right.
Beautifully struck down the line.
Game Kyrgios.
And Kyrgios with his 11th ace. Boy, the quality of these service games back to a very high level.
Federer about 2 sets to love.
Well, these two make and hit some shots that you almost don't see with anyone else.
15 love.
We've seen a bit of fireworks from Kyrgios. That's expected.
I mean, Kyrgios just absolutely rifled 2 shots in a row off the baseline, and Federer, without flinching, half volley handled the pace.
Game Federer.
And Federer, seems like the holds get easier and easier. His quality gets higher and higher, and you have to wonder if at crunch time Kyrgios is going to have an answer for him.
Federer looks a little bit like Kyrgios did in the first set at the beginning, in that he's lost 1 point on his serve to this point. That was exactly how Kyrgios was.
Federer taking a long look and grudgingly accepts the call of ace, and Kyrgios firing away almost before the ball folks can get off the court.
It's one of the things about these two players is the 25-second clock. I mean, James Kyathevon doesn't have time to even start it half the time.
Finally, Kyrgios wins an exchange at net.
How many guys do you think hit 132-mile-an-hour second serves? Nick Kyrgios might be the only one, but that's what he just did. And Federer still made the return. Kyrgios just tried a Federer shot there. He tried the full swing drop shot. He hit it okay, but Federer seemed to know it was coming. He was able to read it.
Big point. Break point.
Please.
Federer in this last half an hour, 40 minutes, has played brilliant stuff, hasn't missed much. That's one of the few errors you almost get if you're Kyrgios, sigh of relief. Wow, finally, that's what that feels like, an air. It's not as though he's just putting it in play, Federer. He's playing aggressively and not missing. That's not going to work.
Another break point. Federer is not going to contribute to the Kyrgios cause.
No, that was a, I mean, he had to hit that ball and he just floated it up and walked in. Oh.
Juice.
Sort of strange that Federer missed it that badly.
He had a game with 6 deuces in it earlier in the match.
Advantage Kyrgios.
Lots of power down the tee, 134 miles an hour.
Juice.
Kyrgios has won 6 of 10 second serve points.
That's brilliant stuff again from both players. Another, that time he went 132-mile-an-hour second serve, didn't work, so he went to the 136-mile-an-hour second serve, and Federer still got it back in play.
Unbelievable.
He went around the post.
Kyrgios can't believe it.
Even Roger's giggling a little on that one. I mean, this was a great shot Kyrgios hit. Didn't think Roger was going to get there.
After talking about it earlier, I didn't think we were going to see one, but
you just did.
Picked that one off the court.
Thank you.
Look at that reaction.
Ready for play.
Pure respect. Thought he was going to ask it for an autograph. He should have. That's amazing. Go again.
Advantage Kyrgios.
Federer's actually doing a great job on his return of hitting balls that are uncomfortable spots for Kyrgios. He's having to drop shot almost every point. Didn't get enough on that lob. Now that ball right there, that short little slice, low and short, it's bringing Kyrgios forward, but he can't really hit it from that position under the net that close up. It's what Federer used to do to Andy Roddick over and over again.
Advantage Kyrgios.
What variety. What accuracy. We've seen it all in this game.
As we said, two shot makers. You're seeing shots that you don't see anywhere else, really, when these two play, even if the points are quick.
Game Kyrgios.
And Kyrgios wins one of the most entertaining games you're ever going to see.
By 4 games to 3, third sets. Federer by 2 sets to love.
Little exchange between Kyrgios and Kiyathavong, but it was all in admiration for that around the post shot.
It's got to be the greatest shot you've ever seen. That's what he just said.
Ready for play.
Unbelievable.
15 love.
That's the kind of return that Kyrgios normally doesn't miss. That one was 120 miles an hour, but not as accurate. So Kyrgios was there comfortably.
Kyrgios losing focus a bit in the second set. Federer taking that one. Federer trying to stun him into submission here in the third set. On his way to another easy hold. Kyrgios able to win that game, but like all of us, he was in awe of that shot.
14-15. Let's second service.
Kyrgios not going away.
Now this is surprising a little bit. Kyrgios coming back from 40 love down. Now pressure point for the first time in a long time in this match for Federer. Hasn't faced adversity really since that love 40 game in the first set.
Advantage Federer.
Handled that adversity pretty well.
Yes. Ace. His biggest serve has been 124 miles per hour.
Game Federer.
And Federer able to hold for 4-all here in the third.
Four games all, third set.
Kyrgios' biggest serve's been 138. That was toward the beginning of the match, but we've seen him fire away at 136 on a second serve. Here's the average first serve speed.
That serve's close to unreturnable. Federer has returned it a couple of times. You have to guess right. Even then you're in trouble.
Quick 30 love lead for Kyrgios. He has fought off 4 break points here in the third.
That's just a lazy shot from Kyrgios. That backhand slice, he didn't have to slice it. And You got to do more than that against Federer, especially right now, because Federer's playing lights out. Really.
14-15.
13th ace for Nick.
Again, Kyrgios.
And a hold for 5-4. So both players finding the range on serve here in the third set.
Federer by 2 sets.
Federer's won 2 of the first 3, and as we pointed out early on, of 9 sets, 8 had gone to a tiebreak. Well, here we are, third set here. No tie breaks yet.
15 love.
The serving quality here in the third set hints at perhaps getting to that in this third round match.
$30 love. $40 love. Game Federer.
Stylishly, he gets us to 5-all.
5 games all. Third set. $15 love.
Let it go, and it did float out.
Is challenging the call on the left far side line.
Roger not
The ball's
convinced.
out.
This was an interesting leave to me because it seemed as though he had the winner if he just hit the volley, but made the right choice.
Each player has 2 incorrect challenges remaining for the set. Unless we go to a tie break, they'd be given an additional one. Kyrgios 2 game points now for 6-5.
Federer missed that return because it was the slowest serve Kyrgios has hit all day. 89 miles an hour. He was out in front of that chip.
And Kyrgios missing.
Come on, those are the shots that drive me crazy. Got a sitter high forehand that you can hit Mach 50. We've seen it. Just finish the game. Hit a winner. Now you real chance you're not going to win this game.
He's opened the door. 14 unforced errors for Kyrgios here in the third set.
Advantage Kyrgios.
Pinpoint placement at 134.
Juice.
Pretty stuff again from Federer, and again that return of serve is what's driving Kyrgios a little bit crazy because he's getting returns so short. You always think you want to hit the ball deep, but Federer hits it short and low. And that combination, you are in an uncomfortable spot.
Kyrgios unloading, and he's handed a breakpoint chance to Roger. He's missed on 4 here in the set, but here we are. At such a critical juncture, up 2 sets and a chance to go up 6-5 to serve for the match. And Federer once again in the clutch. Steps up to break Kyrgios. He'll serve for the match. Roger Federer stepping to the line and looking to end the proceedings here.
15 love.
Exquisite timing on that break of serve and a good start. Trying to get into the 4th round.
He's lost 4 points on his serve in this set. Gotta like his chances. Pretty comfortable, quick winner, 30-love lead.
Boy, his level.
50 winners in the match, 19 in this set.
40 love.
I think his error total was in the teens in the first set, and he's got only 24 now for the match. He has played at an unbelievable level since that first set and early in the first set. And here he is with 3 match points.
Game, set, match.
And he finishes it off in style, his 16th ace in a straight set win. 6-4, 6-1, 7-5. Roger Federer against a tough customer. Nick Kyrgios has forced him to a tiebreak in nearly every set they've played before this.